Hey YouTube, it's me again, Josie. And I have recently been focusing on mobility because when I squat, I realized that there's a big imbalance, and maybe you've seen it in my videos, but sometimes when I squat, one of my sides is actually like lower, especially when I do an overhead squat, and I really don't feel comfortable with that. So I did some tests, okay? And basically, I found out some disturbing information. I am imbalanced. So, let's see. I want to see something. All right, so we're gonna basically look at how imbalanced I am, okay? I'm gonna do a lie down, and I learned this from Kelly Starrett from Supple Leopard. So first I want to give a shout out to Armando Fogasa at my gym. So he's a bodybuilder that basically, he got injured, but he's not giving up the fight to get back. And he's been focusing a lot on mobility. It's really hard, guys. This is the dark side of weightlifting. No one ever talks about, like everyone talks about max clean and jerk, max snatch. No one ever talks about mobility. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. A simple stretching routine is the hardest thing I've ever done. Let me demonstrate. So here is the test that Kelly Starrett said. So you lie down and you make sure that you have an arch here, and you bring your knee to your chest, and then you figure out your rotation ability. So watch this. Okay, I'm gonna move the camera a bit more down. So let's move it over here for a better angle, right? All right, so now watch this. Hopefully the phone doesn't. That's what I was trying to avoid. Okay, so watch this. All right, so I'm in my position, and I have to keep my back arched and bring my right knee as far as I can up. You're gonna feel that if you're really immobile like me, that it's tight. Now, rotate like that and see how much you can rotate. I can rotate a fair amount, and I can rotate a fair amount outside. It's pretty adequate to me, although I would like to improve it. But now watch my right side. So I bring it up. It's really hard. You can tell. I can tell because I can feel it. It even hurts. So I can rotate a bit inside, but outside it's like impossible. I can't actually rotate my foot outside. Comparison, my left one I can rotate it outside quite well, right? Fairly easy. But on my left side I can rotate it well. On my right side, it's actually impossible at the moment. So I'm gonna do some stretches, and here are the stretches that I would highly recommend, because when I do them, after 2 sets, I feel like, wow, I feel so much more flexible. But I have to do 5 sets, not only to improve consistency, but also my mind. Like, I need to get this part of my game down. All elite weightlifters are mobile. You just don't see any weightlifters, unless they're like super heavyweights. You don't see any one of them that's like immobile. Like, they can all get under a snatch super easy, and they go like ATG, right? They go like this low, and their back is super straight. But with mobility lacking, your back will round and you'll get injured like this, and then you won't even reach to the advanced level because you got injured. So here are some stretches, and I like to use something that's like a pillow. So the first thing is it's a simple hip stretch, and you basically just do that for 30 seconds. So I'm going to do that after the video because I don't want to make the video too long. The next thing that really helps is an ankle stretch. So you'll put your body weight onto the wall for now. You'll step back a lot, and then you'll do this. My ankles have gotten a lot more flexible. The idea is to feel it over here in your soleus muscle right there, especially this little tough area. and just bend. That bending, 30 seconds each side. Finally, the hardest ones, the ones that make me want to cry and quit weightlifting for life, all because of stretching. So you do the same thing, you do a little test, but now you hold it for 15 seconds. I'm gonna get this one out the way, so you just hold it there. So make sure that the back is arched, because you don't want your back rounded, because that's cheating. So you do that, hold it there for 15 seconds. So I'm gonna do that with you guys right now. Just hold it there. You should feel your hips tight, because if they weren't tight, this wouldn't be a problem. It's really hard. No, I do it on the other side. Now this one is the more immobile side, and the goal, oh, it really hurts. The goal is to get both sides even. They should feel evenly mobile. That's gonna take me weeks, if not months. I don't care how long it takes. I gotta get my freaking mobility in. Hard. Now, the last stretch. That would be to do a stretch that Valkyria just taught me. It's the 90-90 stretch in Pavel's book, but I've been slacking on it, so I'm paying the consequences. So, you know, you put one of your legs in front like this, bend, then try to go as straight as you can. Now in the 90-90, you keep it like this, right? Because if you bend down, you can still feel it, but the harder one, which is the one I'm doing, is to keep it straight, and then your back should be straight, and now you just bend as far as you can go. Right now I can't bend that far. You do that for 30 seconds. So I'm gonna do that one with you guys right now. So I feel like I'm doing yoga. I always strayed from yoga for this particular reason, because it's hard. It's hard. All right, so now I gotta do the other side. The idea is to do the same for both sides, same positions, same hand position, same everything. You gotta keep everything consistent. And you should definitely feel it here in your glutes, on the outside of your leg. This will help with mobility. I'm gonna work on internal hip rotation mobility after this. I'll give you guys a stretch after this one. But it's really hard. You can see I'm sweating right now. I'm just breaking a sweat. All right, wow. So the final one is the internal hip rotation, which is the one that I really need to work on. So what you'll do is you'll put your leg like that, then you'll put some weight on it with the other leg. Then you should feel it right here in your hip. You can do that for at least 10 seconds. This one is really poor, but when do it on my better leg, is this one right here, you can definitely feel it in my hip. I'm sweating a lot now. So let's go back to the other view and let me wrap up this video. Find someone that inspires you. There's someone I know, she does a bunch of Pilates, and every time I think that I can't do it, I just think about her, because if she's able to do all that mobility And why can't I, right? All right, so thanks for watching the video, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment. I'm out of time. See ya.